across Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Oh, there's a big hit right away as he's knocked down hard on the opening kickoff.
Come on. Ready.
Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a first down. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They run once more with Taylor. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play. He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 34 now.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a first and goal.
Taylor is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory?
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Anthony Richardson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, come on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just so quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Cougar Knights, Buffalo 18. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
18, Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from the 26-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
3rd and 4.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
On play action, they'll throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And it is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Ladd McConkey from 21 yards away. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
On the jump.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
From the shotgun, Richardson. This taken in by Kincaid. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
60 boxes.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
They'll swing this out to Henderson. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Let's go now. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
Alert! Alert! Ready, go!
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
70 Lions. Ready, ready.
2nd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 8 yards out. And the Cardinals will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. Nick Scorton in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 3rd down and 13. Richardson looking to throw this. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
18 Cardinals.
2nd down and inches. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward... Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Cowboys have recovered. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're open. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Ready? Warriors, 70 Lions. Ready?
They're going to look to throw. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 10 to 11.
He'll look to throw. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll try again. And this time they'll run into a wall right at the 4-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal.
Look at 19. Go.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Lad McConkey with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He's got space past the 25. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
Play action. Now Richardson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Nick Scorton able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The Cardinals, a former defensive back, that having almost a physical reaction, watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Get it. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19.
He'll drop to throw. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready up.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys! Anthony Richardson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. All right, so the Cowboys will go for 2 here. Richardson will throw for it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this a very important drive, leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
2nd and 10.
18. Bronco 80. 19 Lions. Go.
They'll drop the throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. The rookie from Colorado on target with that throw. They've got a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a reinforcements coming as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Dragon 60.
1-yard line.
Get it. That's 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let go.
Looking to throw. He'll find McMillan here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And the Cardinals, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying.
Ready, ready.
If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Here we go. 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Pass to the sideline. Pulled in. Now he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Once again, it's Genty. And a little bit of space here. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
On the ready.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Genty. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey. 19, 18.
Richardson going to move him around.
Ready.
They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 32.
Quick throw completed by Richardson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. 26-yard line.
Richardson to throw it.
Quick hitter here is complete.
Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
And the Cowboy.
Now Richardson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. And now they'll shift things around.
At the 32-yard line.
79 Broncos. Go.
Richardson. They'll drop this down to Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henderson. And down inside the 15 he goes. But this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13.
Let's go. Ready.
Here's Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Down to their final play. They've got to get in the end zone. That's part one. Part two, the two-point conversion.
Throw the two-point conversion right out of their mind. That's what they have to do. What you said is accurate. In the end zone, have to score a touchdown for that to even matter.
Here we go. Here we go. 70.
One last shot for Richardson. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a two-point conversion. The touchdown saved their playoff lives momentarily. Now for the two-point conversion.
Will line up for the two-point conversion.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he is in for 2 points. And barring some hijinks on the kickoff, we're going to be headed to overtime.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
And they're on 35.
This is 1st and 10.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. To about the 40-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. Plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now,
and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fitzpatrick. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. That is just a gigantic interception here in overtime of this playoff game. And now, Charles, all they need is 3 to win it.
That's exactly right, because now one possession, one field goal gets it done. They force a lot of big turnovers in the regular season, Brandon, but none come bigger than that one right there. Here in the playoffs, they got a chance to put this one away.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on second and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the handoff, Taylor. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's running 11 times. At this point now, a field goal would win it. They are in range. We'll see how they approach things on first down. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So the next score wins here in the playoffs, and we will go as long as need be as they work here on second down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? He barely got the first down, but he got it.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off.